Live?
We are live, yes.
Thank you.
Good evening, Eric.
How are you?
It's such a wonderful pleasure to have you tonight.
Thank you.
And welcome to our viewers on YouTube. We are happy to see you again on this Tuesday. And we hope that Eric will give us a little bit of light in what he does, and we'll understand a little bit more about the kind of business that he runs. Well, Eric, you're welcome.
Thank you very much, Tandy, for the opportunity. It's like, I think the last time I was doing interviews, I was managing DJ Cunis. I think it was about maybe 10 years ago. So I used to be
DJ who?
my DJ Cunis. Cunis, he did famous songs with Busi. He did famous songs with Malikoka and all that.
Okay.
I was still in an entertainment industry, So now, yeah, the spotlight is always it's always challenging, but I'll try my best.
I would imagine if you were managing a DJ, you wouldn't struggle with that. It would be just, like riding a bike.
Yeah, it's been a while, on the limelight where you get your flashing lights coming in. Obviously, when you join corporate, everything changes. And it's strict. You need to watch where you talk and how you talk and all that.
Of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
Of course. All right, welcome. And the first question that I normally ask people is for them to tell me who they are without mentioning what they do.
Okay. Quite an easy one. Myself, I'm an outspoken person. I'm Pablo. I always say maybe I'm like people's people. Sometimes it works against my advantage. Sometimes it works against me. So I'm a guy who talks to people in the room. I'm not afraid to go and talk to someone and strike a conversation with a stranger. But as I grow up, I'm becoming more quieter and quieter.
Yeah, no. I think I'm like that as well. I used to be very talkative, but I'm becoming more silent as the years go by.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's an age thing.
I think so. I used to talk a lot, and then some of the talk will get me into trouble, and then and I'll talk myself again, just a quick one with the evidence where a policeman would stop you. Where are you coming from? Yes. No, I have a good chat with the policeman and all that. Now the policeman, for me to say close the conversation and go,
Yeah.
I'll keep on talking. And then the policeman said, you come out of the car. Let me it's because you're now talking too much. I think so. Those are the kind of things that most of the days I get to talk and I over talk, and I hated that. But that's a character that I had. But I really, at some point, I really said, "Oh no, I should have just stopped there, and that's it." But I'll tell you more about it because when I went to Amazon, there's a lot of things that I learned with them in terms of cultural and the talking, especially in meetings. So it broke me a bit, and then I'm starting to be more reserved and just listen more and talk less.
No, I'm sure the talking probably did get you some good gigs here and there, and it did open some doors for you.
Definitely.
Absolutely. Okay. So tell me, Eric, who's Eric? Where did you start? Where did you grow up? Where did you go to school? If you can just give me a brief of that.
Yeah. So my journey is very interesting. Maybe I can write a book sometime.
All right. Let's hear
it. You know what? I think around in 2006. I wanted to be a dental nurse. Actually, I was in the UK. I think for the part of 2004 to about 2 years, practicing dental nursing at that moment, and then after that, the parents passed away. So when the parents passed away, both of them, I had to come back home, and then I was like, okay. I'm back home, try and manage the estates and everything. Not a lot, but now to try and go back there, it's quite like give a lot of issues and problems and all that. I had my sister here, I had my brother here. They're still young, so I was the firstborn in a family of 3. So then I said, let me start looking for a job. The first job that I did was a waiter at Primi Piatti. If maybe people can remember Primi Piatti, we used to wear overalls, up to the knees, and then we opened one in Cedar Square in Joburg, and we opened one in Rivonia, and then there was the one in Bedfordview. So that was my job. That comes into my love for pasta and Italian food is because I worked in that restaurant for about a year. So it's where I got to start as a waiter. I think I was about 23 years old.
All right.
Yeah, and then I was running around as an energetic guy and all that until I met a guy at a restaurant. His name was Sheikh, Sulman Sheikh. He ran the call centers in Randburg. That time it was the era of the call centers was starting. It was very nice, He says to me, I love your energy. You've been serving us for such a long time. I've got a business, a call center. Do you know what is it? I said, nah, I don't know what a call center is. He told me, go and research. I was staying in Braamfontein. I had a 1-bedroom flat in Braamfontein. I went into a cafe. Remember that time you could go into a cafe. There was no internet to search on the phones and all that. Went into a cafe, you paid R5, spent the whole time Googling about the call centers. Then the following Sunday, he came to eat with his family. He says, did you Google about the call centers? I tell them, oh, I see people with the earpieces wearing nice shirts, sitting down. Hey, this is a dream job, He's like, yeah, I ran one of those, I would like you to come and work for me. I'm like, oh, okay. I started doing my courses at the call center at Cornerstone in Randburg. I think it was a 3 weeks course. So I asked for a late shift. So that means at Primi, I would start at 4 o'clock until late. During from 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, I was at Randburg doing the courses. So I'll do the course until around 3 o'clock, then catch a taxi and go to Fourways to work.
Okay.
So that happened, I think 3 weeks until I finished the course. The next time when he came, I showed him the certificate that I finished the course. He's like, I need you to come and join me ASAP. As in tomorrow, come to the business. That was the last time I left the restaurant. And I went to Randburg. When I opened the door, I got into this massive office with a lot of people talking, shouting, all different languages, 9 languages in South Africa, Afrikaans, Sotho, Pedi, all mixed on the floor. People, they're just talking. And I'm like, what's happening here? It's like, okay, this is a call center. I'll give you a brief training and then you'll get run into the floor in the next 2 days. They trained us how to sell on the call. Phone, our first campaign, I remember, it was the Edgar's customers, Edcon.
All right.
So we would call Edgar's customers. Good morning, how are you? My name is Erick Simango. I would like to offer you free red cover for 500 Rand. You only pay 50 Rand. We will deduct it from your Edcon account. Man, I was hungry that time. You're from a restaurant and everybody parks a car there. I was hungry. I used to sell. I used to sell that thing. I sold that thing like hotcakes. I think I would start at about 8 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
And end at 8 p.m. in the night selling. The lunch that I would have, it was just a quota.
Yeah.
Every time we have a quota, you're full. You can run the whole day. Yeah. So this is how I got into the corporate industry, into the call center. So I started working there, became one of the top salesperson, winning a couple of awards. Obviously moving on.
Well, there we go. You're talking, put you on a spot there, on a good spot, actually. So from there, what happened?
Yeah, so then from there, I think I worked for the call center for about 2 years. And then the call center was then outsourced to another company. Okay, actually, I was moved to another lucrative. There's a company called Neotel. Neotel was the fiber company that came into the town. It was new. It was wireless phones that you could carry all around. You could plug it in, dial up into your laptop and have internet. So that company came in. They chose they wanted top sales people, 10 of them. I was one of them. They chose me to go in and work in that. When I was working there in that call center, we ran it for about a year. Then they said, you know what, we want it in-house because we want to control everything. This is when I joined Neotel as a team leader for the call center. I pushed for a while, I think for a good 2 years, until I was tired of the call center. And then I moved to M-Web Business. So now I was in the internet industry. I moved to M-Web Business. M-Web Business, it was situated somewhere in Greenside. There, I became an account manager. So it was nice. I was interviewed as well. When I got interviewed there, I was interviewed to be a store manager in Bedfordview. But the manager there says, nah, this guy, your skill, you talked a lot, you know, I think you must be an account manager. I think there's a perfect. I don't see you as a store manager. Yeah. I see you as a person speaking to people and bringing in sales. Okay. So he put me into the team to bring in M-Web fiber in sell M-Web fiber to the customers.
What year is this?
Yeah.
What year is this?
That was around, I wrote some few notes. I think it was 2009 to about 2010.
Okay, all right.
I was in M-Web at that time. So I worked there for quite a good 2 years because I started from 2009 to about end of 2010 when the World Cup was featuring SA. Yeah. That was, you know what, it brought me to the light to say, maybe this is who I am. You know, maybe this is what I enjoy because I was always out. Fuel card was given. I had money to spend on customers, you know, and then it's when I met my biggest client. At that time, the owners of the Cell C franchises, the guys were from Saudi Arabia. I met him at a bar in Craighall Park. And he's like, what do you do? I'm like, no, I work for M-Web. He's like, oh, you work for M-Web. You do 4 meg ADSL. Yes, the 4 meg ADSL was uncapped, was the top of the cream in top of the town. Everybody talked to us. Oh, yeah. Okay, you know what? I own Cell C stores, franchises. It's like, it's about 3 of us. We own 136 stores, you know?
Oh.
Yeah, that's the franchising part. He's like, can you meet us in Braamfontein? In head office, and we need to discuss your 4 meg thing. We're in love with beer and all that. We chatted and I said, no, this is fine. I'll pay for your bill because now I've got an opportunity to close. Yes. Then I went to close it and it took about maybe a good 1 week. I closed the deal. I still have the pay slip for that, for that amount of commission that I got from that. Yes. I framed it. I think it was 80,000 rands commission. I closed 136 megs, all of them 4 meg ADSL Celsius. That was an M-Web deal.
And you got a bonus for 80,000 rand.
Yeah, commission. So you worked as a salesperson, you would work with the commission. I still have it. I could maybe, if I was prepared enough, I could look for that pay slip and I say to you, and I was like, wow, this is like what? This is like a commission that comes in, you know. I was so happy, and I bought I think a Chevrolet Aveo with I put some deposit. I moved from Braamfontein. I went to stay in Midrand, you know, because everything was looking up, and I was happy to know that. And then I think after that deal, then there was a manager from the previous job who said to me, the sales manager is leaving. We would like you to come and be a sales manager for the internet at Liquid Telecom. It's a really urgent one, so we'll pay if you leave without notice. We'll make a plan for you, give you the app. Then this is when I left Then January 2011, I joined Liquid Neotel before it became Liquid Telco.
Liquid Neotel.
Yeah, it was Neotel. It was bought by Liquid Telco, one of the biggest guy, one of the billionaires. I'm not sure you know him. Is what you call him is a entrepreneur. Is big. Strive Masiwa. He's the owner of the company, Strive Masiwa. He runs Econet Holdings. He runs Cassava. He runs Liquid Telco. He's bringing AI. Actually, he's building AI in South Africa for future. So he's a big guy. He sits in most boards he's one of the rich guys in the level of Patrice Motsipes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he's the guy that one of his companies I went to work for. I worked there for a while. I worked there, I think, for about 7 years or so. I think it was 2012 until about 2019.
And what were you doing there? What were you selling in the world?
My main job title there was a sales manager because of the sales skills that I was managing call centers. I was managing their retail stores. I was managing their channel partners. All these were 3 mediums where people could phone in and buy internet and buy voice. So businesses, there was a mixture of consumers and a mixture of them. So we had teams. So I was managing that. I think I was managing about 40 people in that moment. So I stayed there for a while. It was a very good job. It was lucrative. It was okay. It actually made me to be who I am because I learned a lot in the telecoms industry, what was happening. That was a competitor like Telkom, Celsius, MTN, Vodacom. And then it thrived and thrived until I think 2019. They decided to exit the consumer space. They wanted to focus mainly on the enterprise space, which is fiber going into cloud. I think they had the first Microsoft cloud hosting data center there at Liquid Telco. They still have it up to today, and they are building more data. So they moved away from voice into more data enterprise space, but it was all in the telco space.
So all of these things, Eric, you were learning on the job. All of the things that you just mentioned, you're learning everything on the job.
I can say to you, I studied with UNISA because I didn't go to university after high school. We didn't have that money to go to. So the only thing for me to get, first I did a certificate in customer experience. Then after that, I went in to do a Bachelor of Business Administration with UNISA. And then that was the degree. But I did it over a long period, I think about 5 years, because I was working. You're trying to juggle working, partying and
yes, because we know you love your partying.
No, the parties will always be there, and the parties are always going to be there. There's no club that I didn't know in Joburg.
There's no club that you didn't go to in
Joburg. There's no. You can tell me which club. People, I can ask them right now. Do they know Kilimanjaro in Midrand?
Yeah.
Not so many people know Kilimanjaro in Midrand. So it's because my part-time hustle was managing DJ Cunis. So we were always in events and going out, and it was a nice thing. I could have been there, but when I started a family, it was more like now clashing. I couldn't have time to spend time with the family, to see my kid, because weekends you're not there with partying. Your partying starts Thursday until Monday. So
and then now it's work again.
Yeah, that's work. So to manage that, it became a little bit hectic. Then I had to choose one,
You sound to me like you have energy for 5 people. Because I'm trying to figure out how you're fitting all of these things. I'm imagining that your sales manager job was quite demanding. I mean, having mentioned what you mentioned, it sounds to me like it was quite a hectic job. What do you think is it about you that made you stand out in all of these places? Why were people always seeking you out?
The just to draw back a little bit to say, sales is a very difficult job.
I can imagine.
Very difficult job to convince somebody to buy. I did it on the phone.
Yeah.
I did it live with people. I'm still doing it up to today, which I'm going to tell you later on the stage where I am.
Of course.
And it's a very difficult job. People take it, but it's all about the relationships that you build with the people. And the talking, it has its people as well. If you meet the other people that are more they like the way you talk, you will get the business. But if your energy is too much for that person, they might say, yeah, this is too much. I've had a lot of rejections where, nah, it's too much. It's too much. They're kind of angry. It's a lot.
Yeah.
They need quiet, reserved, laid back, people. They don't want someone who's talking a lot, But it's helped me in a lot of sales because I have to approach people. There's a very few people. I approach anyone in the plane, anywhere. I can never sit in a plane and not talk to you. There's no way. But I can read the room and see if you are that quiet person who doesn't want to talk. Then I can say, hi, how are you? Okay, cool. How do you do? I always what you do and ask what you do so I can see where I can fit in. If you're not talking a lot, you don't want to engage, I can just say, let's exchange business cards. We keep quiet and then we move on. But I talk everywhere. So that's very challenging in my job. Is because I used to manage a lot of people and I had to push the people to say, we love the nice lifestyle. And for you, the sales is all about commission. You'd get a small basic and big commission. But if you hit the number, you get good commission. That's an incentive. That's number one, I like sales. Number two, why I like sales is because it's a difficult job. So not so many people can do the job. So now there's always, if you can go and search for jobs, you find a sales job.
Always.
You'll find, so I didn't want to have a job where you can't find a job, like marketing. You can't find a job,
Yeah.
It's hard. Everyone likes marketing because it's nice. But sales, I knew it's a tough job. You come with pressure from the board, from the managers, senior managers. So I chose that. That was the second thing. Okay, it's a hard job, but I have to do it. But I'll always be in demand, in terms of people looking for people who can sell. But so that's why I got into the space, and that's why I kept on learning skills on how to sell. You need to have skills as well on how to close. Sometimes you have to talk. You can see it's an easy sell. You must close one time. Sometimes you have to talk, try and bring in something like the Chelsea. It's the Chelsea deal. The guy was a Liverpool supporter, and then when I noticed the Liverpool supporter, the first thing I came in, I was like, Liverpool supporter. Yeah. I'm also a Liverpool supporter. No. I think I told that guy after 3 years that I support Manchester United. Because we needed to be on the same common ground.
Yeah.
So that we speak the same language. Somebody in the sales, somebody has to like you. People buy from the people they like, people they trust. So you need to build that relationship and trust. And if they don't like you, they won't buy from you. So he even bought me a Liverpool t-shirt. At that time, I'm a full Manchester United supporter.
It would have been interesting, I guess, if you were at a match where Liverpool and Man United were playing against each other, and he was there with you as a client. That was going
to be the hardest time of my life in ever, because for you to pretend and keep it up when they score, you'll be shouting. Or maybe I might have said, you know what, let me just be a Liverpool supporter.
All right. So you are at Liquid Neotel from Liquid Telcom, right?
Yeah, Liquid Telcom from 2019 until from 2012. 2012, beginning of 2012, January, until 2019.
And then what happens after that?
Then that was my first experience on the retrenchment, on the section 18 what's Section 189, something like that.
Okay.
So they decided to sell the part of the consumer.
All right.
Because their strategy was moving towards the enterprise. So
Okay.
they didn't want to go ahead with the consumer part. So they were selling that. And I was the sales manager at that time, reporting to a senior manager who was moved into our enterprise, but us, we were part of the retrenchment. I was actually retrenched, if I can say.
Okay.
I think I was retrenched they did the whole paperwork, retrenchment, the whole consulting, everything. It was done, it was finalized, and I was paid out the money. When they pay out good money, but you don't have a job, you have to look for a job.
Yeah.
And then that was May 2019.
Okay.
Then they called me back.
Oh.
I was the only one that understood the consumer division now, because I was with them since inception. I ran the call center. I ran that. I came back as a sales manager for long.
Yeah.
They wanted me to assist the other consulting guys with the sale to sell C. So we sold the database. Remember, you've got a database of customers. And this database needs to be bought by, I think it was Cell-C, if it's not Cell-C, it's Vodacom, between the two. No, it's Vodacom. It's Vodacom. So that data was then the consumer part was sold to Vodacom. So they asked me if I can come in for about 3 months to come and facilitate the sale, and then and go ahead and do the whole thing. So I knew the project. I ran the project with them, and then we sold it. Then at the end of the 3 months, the CEO, I remember, he's Sunil. He is like, you are a very talented guy. You've got a skill that we can't lose. So now they retained me as an account manager for enterprise.
Okay.
But at the same time, there was an offer from Access. Access was Access distribution.
All right.
So it's still around ICT distribution. They bring your laptop, your Dell laptops, your HP.
Oh yes, yes.
All those stuff. It's a distribution company that brings it into the country. They've got deals with the Dell in the US and everybody. Then from here, you sell it to the companies and the retail that are going to resell to the people. It's a whole chain. I'll speak about it in detail. Okay. So then the offers came in. This side was a business unit manager job, and this side was a account manager job. Still running around selling fiber, going out. I chose the business unit manager job because the salary was more and it was more in management. I was a sales manager. Going back to an account manager, it was more like a step back. If I didn't have a job, I would have taken it. Yes. But then I took the business unit manager job. That took me to Access distribution. It's a group part of Alviva. They run the PASAs, that whole distribution industry in the IT. So just to explain a bit how it works for the sake of the people to understand how it works. So the distribution, everything is a distribution, even clothes, anything is a distribution. So there's companies that bring it at certain margins. So they buy in bulk. Dell says, we're gonna sell to you 1,000 PCs. They don't sell ones. Then the distribution has the laptops 1,000. Then we have channel partners that these are IT companies, like the Gijimas, that will then buy here and sell to companies. We don't sell directly to companies. We don't sell directly to end user. We only sell to resellers and the retailers. When I say retailers, it's like the likes of Incredible Connection. They'll say, we want 2,000 Dell, this one and this one and this one and this one and this one. And then you would buy for them, you forecast. So it was more of an easier job. It's a more of
Oh,
an easier
is it?
sales job in my life because,
Oh, is it?
yeah, because people, they already forecast in 3 months. The ship takes 90 days for the ship to come here. If
All right.
it's in demand, if it's by air, it's expensive. The margins will be higher. So
Yes.
now you phone up a company and says, we need maybe we need incredible connection. They'll say we need 1,000 laptops. Okay,
All right.
we have to order them now. It's October. They will only take 60 to 90 days. They will only land in the country maybe in Jan. So you had to forecast. So people had to forecast. It was forecast sales. You already knew what's going to come and what's going to go out.
Okay.
The only challenge is when somebody who ordered, he cancels the deal.
And how, like, how does that work? Like, can they just cancel at any time?
Yeah, a client can cancel anytime. We just say, okay, he orders, a reseller says, I've got a NetBank wants 20 HPs, or 30 HPs. Then the customer says, okay, all right, NetBank, they want 20 HPs or 30 HPs. Okay, we order them. They come in. As they come in there, you call the client, hey, how are you? Your laptops have arrived. Our customer says, NetBank cancelled. They ended up taking with Apple. They gave their clients Apple Macintosh, the Mac. And
yeah.
Then now you're sitting with laptops. No one. Now you have to try and find resellers.
Find someone
say,
else.
hey, how are you guys? We've got this stock. Then you sit with the stock. No one is buying it. It's starting to age. You had 60 days, so you've got 30 days to sell the stock. No one is buying it. This is where the stress comes in. 60 days, 90 days, stock is not selling. Now you have to reduce it and sell it at a price that's even lesser than what you bought to try and flush it out. Sometimes it doesn't sell. You have to write the stock off.
Okay, just pause a bit there. I just want to know. So you're saying you would sell the stock at a price lower than you bought it for, or even write it off?
Yes.
So when you sell it at a price less than what you bought it for, how does that work for that particular company then? Like,
so as a business unit manager, I've got a target.
Yeah.
Right? Sales target and the stock availability. So sales minus the stock. That's what you get paid. That's what you get paid on. You get me? Okay, let me do it the way around. Stock minus the sales, you get paid on that.
Okay.
So now, if you've got stock worth 20 million and you need to sell the whole stock for 20 million. But now you sell the stock for 15 million, you are left with 5 million. That 5 million, it comes off from your commission target. Because you didn't sell the stock. So the whole process is reversed from the sales normal one. So they are measuring you on the stock availability that's there.
How often did that happen to you?
Maybe I was there for 3 years. It happened for me maybe 4 times. It's a business world.
So then what happens then? Do they cut your salary? Do you end less?
So you've got a salary, which is the basic. You've got commission. You've got commission targets. So you've got there is a quarterly commission. So every 3 months, the end of the 3 months, they look at it. Okay, what did you do? Oh, Eric, you sold 15 million. All right, nice. Let's see how much stock you have. 5 million. Okay, cool. 15 minus 5, 10 million. so now you actually sold 10 because they're saying you've got stock of 5. That was gone.
Yeah.
So that 5 million stock is the one that is aging. They take it off from your commission target. So there was a whole calculator that you could, when you put in, you could see if I've got 1 million. So let's say, so if you've got 0 stock, you would get 20,000 rands, for example, right, in commission. Then if you've got 1 million of stock, now your commission goes down. You get 18,000. If you've got 3 million of stock, your commission goes down. Now you're getting 15,000. If you've got 5 million, your commission goes. So the calculator was working in reverse. So the aim is to always have 0 stock. for you
Sure.
to get more commission, but it was almost near impossible
I can imagine.
because the people would order maybe 20, they'll come back and say, I want 10. Then now you're left with the 10. You have to try and sell someone. If there's no one, that stock is there, you have to try and sell it within that 60 days, 90 days, 120 days, then they have to write it off. If they write it off, that write-off value, it comes off from your target commission as well. Because they have wrote off 1 million worth of stock, that means you owe us the money, you know.
Sure. Okay. So you are there because I want us to move to a point where now you are with Sendr. So fine, you work with you said it's
Access distribution, yeah.
Okay. You work with them for 3 years.
Yes.
That's from 20
it was 2019 until 2022.
All right. And then what happened? What happened?
Then, yeah, quite a nice job. I used to like it. I used to sell good brands, Dell, HP, Logitech, comfortable. It was paying quite nice as well. And then, you know, my broadband. So I'm on social media.
Yes.
Right. So I have Twitter. It's X right now, they call it. I see an advert, Amazon to launch in SA. Okay, Amazon, they're very strict, you know, Amazon to launch in SA. And one day I'm like, you know what, click it. Amazon looking for business development managers, program managers, supply chain, blah, blah, blah. Click it, apply. I'm taking a chance. I'm not really looking for a job. I'm okay. I'm not really, but I just apply. Then get a call from overseas, from Sweden. Hi, how are you? How are you doing? I work for Amazon. You're interested in your profile. You've got retail experience. You've got sales experience. We're looking for that skill. Are you available? Yeah, well, great. It's Amazon. Who says no to Amazon? You know, I'll take it. You know, yeah. This is how we go. This is a first courtesy call just to see if you're interested in the beat and whatnot. All right, cool. I'll take those meetings. Obviously, I'm at work. I'll take those meetings in boardrooms, and then the lady says, "We would like to schedule interviews for you. We've got leadership principles that you need to go start the leadership principles. We are buying to leadership principles. This is how we do our work." I'm like, oh, okay, that sounds nice and interesting. Let me go read about the leadership principles, like frugality, customer obsession, things like that. There's a lot of them. If you so it's like it's a book. You need to abide to those rules. Okay. Now the interviews come in. Guess what? 7 interviews.
7
1 hour each. Different individuals from different countries. So they don't do panel interviews. They don't do that. You sit with HR manager, and the senior manager. They interview you, then you have another interview, then you get a job. Nah. Yeah. They've got people called the bar raisers, people who have excelled at Amazon. They run businesses and programs. They are up there.
All right.
They say one person will call you a bar raiser and interview for an hour. They will each ask you about 2 leadership principles. You have to demonstrate how are your leadership principles and qualities and in scenarios that you've had. Tell us, for example, tell us about customer obsession. Tell us where you were really customer obsessed. Okay. You know, you have to think, where was I really customer obsessed? Oh yeah, I remember at Access, there was a customer who didn't get his headsets, a customer who didn't get his headsets at KPMG Mall of Africa. And he was furious. I had to go to the warehouse and then pick up the headsets and drive within my car and go and deliver the KPMG.
Okay.
For them, that's custom obsession.
Okay.
So
So
I did it. I was dealing to serve a client, but for them, that's you were obsessed with the customer to get it right. This is where you went above the normal job.
Beyond. Okay.
That's custom obsession. So now I had interviews like that, 7 people.
Is this on the same day or different days?
No, different days. They'll give you different days. Every day, maybe 2-1, 2-1, but they'll complete. They're very quick. Guys, if I can say, Amazon is at a different level. The way they are, you must understand the way they do their things, different level. Operational, HR, promise to call you back, they call you back. Promise to send you an email, they'll send an email. Promise to reply you within 2 hours, they send you feedback. They've got this structure that if we interview you, we'll give you feedback within 2 to 3 days.
Okay.
SA companies, you get interviewed.
You don't even get feedback.
You wait. You don't know what's happening. 2 weeks. If you don't see the email, that means you didn't get the job. Oh my God. I learned a lot of skills there. It was hectic.
Okay.
So I got my first interview with a guy from Nigeria, and he's based in US. He interviewed me, custom obsession, frugality. They don't like people who waste money. Frugal. They like everybody who's frugal. They like, there's a lot of leadership principles. So I did interviews 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour each day. Leadership principles I studied, I had to read, and they want practical examples.
Yeah.
Where were you frugal? Tell us, where were you frugal? Now we got money for this, and I decided to do, instead of doing this, I decided I had to go and pay for a hotel. I didn't pay for the hotel. I decided to say, let's do a Christmas party in the offices and save money and frugal. Anything about them is about saving money. Not say the company is big, it has money, and you have to spend it. You have to be frugal on what you're doing. So they're very strict on that. There's other leadership principles on how show me how were you a great leader. So you need to show an example. Try and think back. Now you have to go back where you're working and think what you did that you think you were a great leader. You know. So I was interviewed by 7 people, and then I got 6 inclines. That means incline, decline. So out of 7, I got 6, and then 1 decline. I think they never reveal who was a decline. But then if you get that, that means you've passed you've passed.
Okay.
Then they told me that you've got a job. You need to move to Cape Town because the head office is in Cape Town. Dream Wonderland.
Yeah.
I'm in holiday. I'm in holiday every day.
And this happened so fast. Hey, 1 minute you were in Joburg, the next you had moved.
2022, I was like, okay, guys, what's happening? So how do we do this? They're like, you know what? We got you covered. We moving for you. Furniture, everything. There's a car, the company called Build Ups. They'll come and move everything for you, and we'll give you money for the flights and everything with your whole family.
Wow.
And then I'm like, wow, this is great. It's Amazon.
Yeah.
And they moved me to Cape Town. And then they said, they give you 2 months. We stayed in a hotel 2 months every day in CBD. They said you can be looking for accommodation, but you stay here. They call it like when you're moving to a new city, you look for accommodation. You start looking there. There's people who help you with accommodation. They come and pick you up. They say, which area do you want? Let's go look there. They find you places. They view. If you are there, they say sharp. Then you can continue paying your rent.
Sure. You are living in the lap of luxury for 2 months.
2 months I was staying 16 on Bree. It was lovely. Rooftop swimming pool. winelands there, and everything was just, you know. I mean, we're on holiday every day. That means when you wake up in the morning and say you're going to work, there's somebody with shorts and slippers walking around and just and then drinking beer because they're on holiday. So now you get confused. So you want to go to work, but there's someone who's drinking every day because it's a holiday destination. So everything's open each and every day, and it's like, ooh, when you take days off, you go on holiday, you know.
Yeah. But every day.
So now the balance for me to say, hey, now I need to. I think I was drinking every day after work. There's wine bars and everything. Camps Bay. After work, I'll just go to Camps Bay and go drink 2 hours and go home.
Sure.
So I got the job. They did everything. We stayed with the family. We found schools there. It was easier. Kids go to Kuro, so the movement of schools is easy. It's lateral move. Kuro is centered in one. You just move which Kuro you want. Okay, that one. They move the kids. Same curriculum. Kids, just new people. They don't miss, but they just get in there. So I moved the kids. Everything. It was lovely. We really enjoyed it. The good thing is that we stayed in town, so I was walking every day to work. The way Amazon operated, you know, the first days I'll arrive there at 8 a.m. in the morning, and I'll be the first one and no one is there. You know the corporate thing to say you came at 8 a.m. you're the first one to come into the office. No. The boss called me to the office and says, Eric, the first thing that we need to do, we need to train you the Amazon culture.
All right.
This is not the normal corporate. You don't have to come in at 8 a.m. and pretend or you want to work and think you're an early bird. You know, when you come in and get corporate at SA, when you come in at 8 a.m. or 7 a.m. at the boss, you're on the laptop, that's what is working. He's getting not at Amazon. Not at Amazon. And it's the strictness. You go walk your dog in the morning, go to gym, go jog. 9 o'clock you can be here. You know, wake up and do something, take kids to school. 9 o'clock you can be here. We start 10 o'clock you can be here. You know, we're all about the output. It's all about the work.
So what do you do at Amazon? What is the job that you've actually been hired to do?
So I was a program manager. So I had 2 jobs. One, Amazon is a marketplace. So they like Take-A-Lot. There is sellers who are selling on the Amazon.
Yes.
Like you can be a seller, I can be a seller, anybody to sell to you order on Take-A-Lot. It's not Take-A-Lot. There is multiple people that are selling on Amazon to make money. They take the commission out of it. That's how Amazon is. It's called the market. It's the third-party sellers. It's called the market. It's the marketplace. So it was to launch the marketplace in South Africa. So we were 10 of us. My job was business development. My projects were business development and supply chain. So that links in, you'll see where I am now. Supply chain, logistics, that was for me. So those were my projects. But you needed to know what other people they are doing, but your core project with these. There was marketing, there was other stuff, you know, there was local stores, there's a lot of stuff, you know, that happens in the marketplace. So my job was to that. So my job was to look for third-party sellers. My job was to look for people that are going to sell on Amazon South Africa.
Okay.
So you had a list of customers from Take-A-Lot, majority sellers from Loot, sellers from Yappy Chef, sellers from any marketplace that you can think of, macro marketplace. Then you start categorizing them: fashion, TV, electronics, beauty, skincare, pets. Then you start targeting these guys to say, guys, we've got a marketplace. This is how it works. I want you to come sell on Amazon. You know what? Things like that, like the food bar guys. I remember that's a rejection that I got. You say to me, my food bar is too special. It sells itself. I don't need to sell it on the marketplace. My strategy is not aligned with that. But I wanted food bar to be there because I thought it's a great product that people like. But He didn't need it on the marketplace. He just had Yappy Chef in him.
So do you call these individuals? Do you
Yeah.
email them? Do you
Back to call center. Remember the call center? The
Yeah.
skills in 2006?
Yeah.
Now, because it's a hush thing, you can't visit people.
Yes.
You have to call, do video calls, and send them emails to say, are you interested? You onboard them, and etc., etc. So we used to call, I think I had a database of about 3,000 sellers. So now you need to call them, how are you? How are you? The nice thing, you're in Amazon, you know, the brand, when you say people wanted to listen to you. So, hi, I'm from Amazon. Yeah. You want to sell? Oh, yes, I want to sell. What are your fees? Because you went to sell there, you get charged storage fees. For example, they've got a product called Fulfillment by Amazon, FBA. That means you take your stock, all of it that you have. Let's say you're selling skincare products. You take all that, you send it to the warehouse at Amazon for easy picking, packing, and shipping. They do it for all of you. There's fees that you pay or from your product, certain percentage. So when you pay, they just say your product, they pick it, pack, and they ship it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Instead of you doing it yourself.
Yes, instead of you doing it yourself, or so they could offer you can do it yourself. You can list your product on Amazon, but when a customer buys, you are responsible for your own. It's called I think it was called self shipment or something like that, where you ship yourself. But if you're a working person, because most people it's a hustle, you don't want to be now looking for another courier or doing anything. You just Amazon will come and pick up your stock, put it in their warehouse. From there, they ship and sell it.
So would you say cold calling actually works in sales?
It used to work long time ago, but people now, they are annoyed, including myself. I'm annoyed when you just call. I block a number each and every day. Right now, there's a lot of poppy acting, a lot of things that are happening to call people just randomly. I have to request for you to call me. You know.
So how did you then bridge that gap where you know that cold calling actually annoys people, but then at the same time you have to make those interactions or those connections rather?
At Amazon, it was the brand.
Okay.
So when I call, the first thing I say, I'm from Amazon, they want to listen to me. Remember, they're selling on Takealot. They're looking for another channel. Amazon is the biggest. Everybody knows Jeff Bezos. It's the biggest thing that ever happened. Everybody knows that the marketplace is the 60% of Amazon sales comes from the marketplace. Okay. So when you say you're from Amazon, they want to sell on Amazon marketplace. So
how did you do there? Like, did you find that you made the progress that you wanted to?
Absolutely. It was one of the easiest sales jobs that everyone could have. It was an interesting job. It was nice. It was more like working in the marketing division. You'd call people. There was a lot of that were onboarded on, and everybody wanted. There's a few cases, like I said, Yappy, the food bar that you would get and says, "Nah, I'm not interested." Unless if Amazon is selling he says to me, unless I'm okay with my market, unless if what's on your marketplace is open to the people in the international brand, which at that time it was not open. So if I list
South African,
it was only South Africa. So somebody from England couldn't buy from, like for example, the marketplace has always been there. There's people that have been buying in US Amazon marketplace.
Yes.
So the people that will buy and you get it shipped here.
Yeah.
Obviously there's extra charge and customs. So like for example, if I had my product, beauty skincare, somebody from England want to buy it from Amazon marketplace. I think now it's open, but when we launched, it was a project that was going to come later. It was only centered with South Africa first.
Okay. There's a question here on YouTube that says, what is the difference between sales and marketing?
Marketing, you're just marketing the product. You don't have to convince the client to bring it in. Marketing is just saying, I've got this product, find the influencers, these days influencers. That's why you see a lot of events that are happening with influencer, and Nivea is launching. There's a whole event of influencers that are going to post with a lot of followers. They are marketing the product.
Okay.
Then from there, people can buy. But selling is actually you taking that product, looking for persons who are going to buy the product. But it works hand in hand. If you market your product very well, you get more sales.
All right. No, I hear you. Thank you very much. Yes, you wanted to say something?
So then from there, I was doing two parts, business development and everything. Then there's supply chain. Now, remember that final leg to say who's going to deliver to the customer.
Yes.
So we needed to scope the best courier company that was going to deliver for Amazon.
Ah, okay.
You know, so we scoped it. I think we interviewed about 6 courier companies, but the one with the reach and the good network at that time, it was Courier Guy, and it was also DBD Laser. So we scoped it in with the guy who was doing that project. His name was called Matt, for the logistics and Siva and everything for the warehousing. So we scoped that project in. This is where my love for the logistics came in, because I could understand what logistics is, what supply chain is, what's happening, what's scoping, where I was going to see the warehouses, going to see who's going to pick up. They call it the last mile delivery. I did the testing for Amazon for the SMSs. Okay, if a customer orders, you get an SMS notification, your order is being created, your order is en route to delivery, your order is delivered, so that you get notifications now for anyone who orders anything. They get notifications at the moment on WhatsApp or SMS or even email in some cases. So we scoped that. So as part of that, we worked with a team in India to do the engineering and the back work. So it caught my eye. It was very interesting. And then, so I worked for Amazon for a good 2 years. One of the things that I'm missing before I jump into the current space is there were 4 of us that were turning 40 at that year.
Ah, okay.
So they said we needed to choose something which we call 40 under 40.
All right.
So myself, I was like, hey, the lady, I remember the HR lady chose restaurants. So his task in 2 years was to complete 40 restaurants under 40 before she turns 40.
Okay.
And then there's a guy who chose, I think was gin making and all that. And then there's a lady who chose, another guy, actually was one lady, there's a guy who chose beer, craft beers. And guess what I chose?
Wine.
I chose wine. I chose wine. So I said, I am going to visit 40 wine farms under 40. I loved wine. And now I needed to know what is wine. I mean, the Western Cape, it gets made here. So I chose wine. I started in Constantia, which was near visiting Crude Constantia, Clean Constantia. Now I went into deep on understanding how wine is being made, you know, and the red wine, the type of the grapes. And those who don't know is that Chardonnay is the actual grape.
Okay.
Pinot Noir is the actual grape. Sauvignon Blanc, Chenin Blanc, Pinotage, those are all grapes. If you know, you see the plants. The plants are different, but if you don't know, you think the vine are the same.
I'm that person who doesn't know, who sees the grapes and thinks they look the same.
Yeah, so that got me into wine, and then identifying grapes. I loved more red wines, blends, where you can blend a Cab Sav, Cab Franc, Malbec into one. For the viewers, Chenin is the most planted grape in South Africa. Chenin Blanc, easy, light, fruity, easy wine to drink. And the next one, our own wine grape that is not made anywhere else in the world, Pinotage. You can never find Pinotage anywhere. Pinotage is it's an infusion of a Cinsault and a Pinot Noir. they were made to make Pinotage. So now that grape Pinotage is a pure South African grape. Sauvignon Blanc, you can find it in New Zealand, in France. Chardonnay, you can find it in France. Argentina, Malbec, Australia, you can find them anywhere. But Pinotage, you can never find it anywhere.
Strictly South African.
Yeah, so that is where my love for wine is. I went to do about 55 wine farms, as I said. Yeah, learning all.
So you did your 40 under 40.
Yeah, I did it. I smashed the record. I think I did 42 wine farms. I think on my birthday, the last wine farm that I did was Paul Kluver. They are big on Chardonnay and Pinot Noir. So that you would come back to the office on a Monday and retell what you did and what did you learn. So that they call it storytelling.
Storytelling. So it wasn't, they were not just focusing on you working, but then they needed that extra what shall I call it?
Something out of the office
of a person, I guess.
Yeah,
the extra flavor of a person.
Yeah, so they don't want somebody who's work. You must do a hobby. They'll ask you, what did you do? They'll ask you nicely. And every talk at Amazon is serious. Whatever you say, you can't lie. You can't lie. Whatever you say, it must be true. Because the bar raisers are always measuring you with what you say and how you say it. A coffee chart at Amazon is not a coffee chart. It's a learning curve. It's a learning experience to say, how are you? What did you do over the weekend? You are having coffee. I did this, and what did you learn? How can you imply that into our work? You know, so they're always finding ways to, they call the work-life balance. What you do outside, if you are happy outside, you're gonna be happy here. So now, what you do outside, you come here. That proves you to have more results. You know, you get me. So if that doesn't affect your work, it's a whole well-being. They take the well-being very, very, very serious. So they have to ask you. A manager has meetings with you to just ask you about your well-being. What did you do the weekend? What did you do? What did you see? All those kind of things. But they'll be recording in their mind to try and assess what are you. Are you a culture fit? Can we work with you? If you lie a lot, they're easy picking up that you lie. You're a liar, you know. And you know what? Salespeople, majority, they're liars. So that's one thing that I needed to learn very quick with Amazon, to say you need to be truthful. You don't need to tell somebody something that's not real. Your story must be true, storytelling.
All right.
And the one thing, again, we learned with Amazon in the work, it's welcomes. They don't have PowerPoint.
Okay, what does that mean?
Jeff Bezos, he says that people like Erick who take a lot, they will overwhelm the room and they'll make other people look like they don't know what they're doing. You get me?
Yeah.
You know, as we talk, we get me a presentation now. I talk. But there's somebody who's Sarah, who's intelligent, but she's shy. She can't talk.
Yeah.
So they introduced what they call document writing.
Okay.
So all the meetings at Amazon, you write a document on what you want to produce. Let's say you want to launch a product. You write it, not more than 2 pages. You write a document in 2 pages, telling the team what you want to do. The first 20 minutes of the meeting, all of you are sitting in the same room, you are reading. No PowerPoint.
No PowerPoint.
Nothing. Document, people, you've written a document.
You must paint the picture in people's minds.
Yes, because now it gives opportunity to each and everybody to say, if you write, everybody those who don't talk like Erick, they have an opportunity to have a great idea that can serve the company. So now everybody writes, Erick, we want a product, write about it. First 20 minutes on meeting online, you put everybody's reading the document, making notes. You are saying you are launching the product. What do you mean by launching the product? Where? No funny words. You need to simpler terms that a person could understand. A 5-year-old child could understand. No, you write those big words and you think you're smart enough. Nah, 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 nah. They will scratch it out with the red. Your document will come. My first document, it came red. They were scratching out everything. Red, red, red. Take it back. And the managers are so strict that they read the first paragraph, your summary.
Yeah.
If they don't understand what you're doing, they stand up, they leave the meeting room.
Oh wow. It's such a beautiful thing. I'm thinking, how I can apply that to my everyday life. And as much as I would love to talk more about that, I want you to move to Sendr. How do you then move from Amazon to where you are right now?
Then the project ends. When the project ends, I meet a guy in one of these events. I attend a lot of events and all that. I meet a guy called George. Obviously through a referral from somebody, ex at Liquid Telco, to say, I know there's a guy, I think this guy will be the fit to join, our business, his business. He's got other businesses, he's busy with US and other projects. Then he's not looking just for an employer. All right. So he's not looking for someone who's just gonna come work, yes, boss. No. Now he's looking for a partnership. He calls you a partner. Even up to today, he doesn't call you. He doesn't see you. Okay, I want you to, because he knows if you pay salaries or anything, then you're gonna just work the way you want. But if it's your own business, you've got a stake in the business.
Yeah,
you're gonna treat it. You're gonna treat it differently, right? So he calls it a partnership. He says, "This is what you have. I want you to come and join." He interviews me at Alphen at what you call it in Constantia in Cape Town.
Okay.
He's come through for the interview. I tell the family that I've got this opportunity. At Amazon, you're a normal worker, and owning a business is always higher than working, but it doesn't mean you can try it. But earning profits is better than salaries,
Of course.
And so like, no, but I think, Amazon is also okay. You've done it. You've launched Amazon. Try something. Unless if you want to be a chief of something or CEO, but it takes you long at Amazon. You need to be there for a good years to be a high bar raiser. You need to prove your work. So then I say, okay, cool. Sendr comes in. Okay, getting in the stake partnership. George says, I like you. Are you on board? This is your work. We're gonna talk and ask what's the profit, what the losses, but you are managing. You are responsible for profits and loss management. You are responsible for everything. That's you. That's your company.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, all right, that's nice.
Interesting.
Okay, cool. That time we having a whiskey. Easy. Entrepreneurship. Welcome to the world. Okay. Can I order my favorite wine? Which interview you have a favorite wine ordered? Okay, cool. Order wine, have it, talk. Easy wine, not drinking to get drunk. You easy, sipping wine, easy. You talking. You're still within your senses. Then I got on board with Sendr. But now the catch. You have to go back to Joburg.
The soft life, the holiday life has to end.
The life has to end because the business is in Joburg, the warehouse is in Joburg, the team is in Joburg, right? And you have to recruit the team and everything, and do start afresh. It's like a business.
Yeah.
Then I went to tell the wife to say, okay, cool, we have to move back to Joburg or anything like that. Everybody's sad, the beach life, going back to our house in Midrand. Seemingly, they move you. Amazon moves you back.
Yeah.
Everything moves you back where you're coming from. That's the part of the agreement. Put a date when you want to move. I delay it a bit because I'm still enjoying Cape Town. And then we move. I'm now in between. Cape Town and Joburg, Cape Town and Joburg, Cape Town until the new year comes in, then for cool complete move. Joy, welcome. Sendr.
Yes.
Easy, fast, safe. Okay, I'm wearing it, yeah.
Yeah.
Easy, fast, safe.
All
Last
right.
mile delivery.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We are responsible for last mile deliveries. So that part where you receive a package from your home, we are Sendr.
All
So
right.
this is the main job that we do, right?
Mm-hmm.
They've got only one client, Clicks.
Okay. Oh,
So all the pharmaceutical. So we've got categories. We specialize in pharmaceutical deliveries. We specialize in grocery deliveries. We specialize in e-commerce deliveries. First thing, you need to build a team.
mm-hmm.
You need to also performance management, the existing ones, and make sure now you build a team. All the experiences of me being a manager, working in corporate now, it's
Coming together.
at the same time, you need to manage profit and loss statement.
Mm.
So that was my first task to do, revamp the operations, make it stable, and then look for new business. Because you've got one client, you need to make it profitable. At the moment, you get into a business that's not profitable.
Mm.
That's the other risk that I didn't tell you.
Okay.
Literally, you invested the money, you put in the business, it's not profitable. You're not going to earn, you've got no salary.
Mm. Until it starts making money.
I have to negotiate with the wife to cover the stuffs and cover here and tell her the future that this is going to be a big baby. But I don't know. It might not be a big baby because business is try and fail and all that. But there's a little bit of something, there's a little bit of something. You're earning a little bit of money on that, but you need more money. So then started with Amazon. Started with Sendr, running the business, the main daily duties, operations and business development. There's individuals, mostly supply chain, customer experience.
Mm-hmm.
I've got IT. I've got payroll and accounts lady. Customer experience ladies, 3 of them, because they mostly the most important people that speak to the customers and pharmacies and the drivers.
Yes.
Driver support manager who looks after all drivers. We've got 200 plus drivers.
What?
Nationwide who do deliveries for us. So
That's quite a big business.
yeah, revenue wise, yeah, it's okay. But yeah, building up. So we're pushing now. It's very challenging. It's not easy. Why I say it's not easy is that because everything is on me. I can't blame anybody else. It's me. It's my thing. It's me. It's here. It's staring at me. Every day I have to think and wake up and think, okay, the client has delayed payments.
Mm-hmm.
But the drivers and staff needs to get paid.
Yes.
I need to find the money.
Mm.
I need to find the cash flow somewhere. That's the stress that's giving you the gray hair every day. Okay? Because if at the moment we started, the client is 1, so you have to wait for that client to pay you and you pay people, then you remain what we have, you save it. You don't have to, now you can't eat all of it. You can't go to Louis Vuitton and buy shoes or because you have to save it, because if the client delays, you have to take that money and pay before that. You have to create the cash flow for the business. Very tough with one client. Under pressure to get more clients. I focus on what? Take me back. Business development. Call center. You have to.
Sure.
I am now spending my time. You can't get a client. You know what? I thought it was nice.
Yeah.
Take my laptop, go into a restaurant, sit down. I'm working from anywhere.
Yeah.
Because I can work from anywhere.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Drink coffee. That's the whole rosy part that you see. But you're not gonna get business like that.
Nope.
Not even a chance. I'll tell you with the story of how I got the businesses.
All right.
I say I have to be that Erick of events again. Look for business. But now, not the party events. because it's a different vibe now. You need to look for corporate events.
Yes.
Where you wear a t-shirt, you dress down, you go like for like logistics and supply chain. You go. I think every month I attend about 3 or 4 events.
Mm.
When you get there, we call it now networking. You have to go to the speaker. How are you? What do you do from Sendr? What do you do? Deliveries. But you have to identify the right people that will give you the business.
Of course.
This is where now I met the likes of Yebo Fresh. We just closed that deal for Yebo Fresh. We're starting the work 3 November. We're delivering groceries into spaza shops. So we pick up from the wholesalers, we deliver. This is nationwide, starting with Cape Town and that. It's quite a goal. Met Jessica and Simon, and I told them this is what we do. Can you do the work? Yes, I can do the work. That's what it go there. The other biggest one that we've got in our books is Massmart. We recently closed. I closed Massmart. We closed Massmart, and then Massmart Marketplace. Remember at Amazon, the store of the person.
Yes.
So Massmart, Macro, same thing. They've got a marketplace. Those people who order from there needs their stuff delivered. We are your guys. Sendr, easy, fast, safe.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is what we do. Then I have got the pipeline, the likes of African Bank. I've got so quite lucrative all that. And then all these guys that we've met is the guys I've met in events. Not one business I've made it over email or anything. I've got marketing. I do my own marketing. We've got an external person actually who does it, but I project it. How do you want it? It's just for awareness and just exposure out there, but it won't give you business as such. It's just for awareness that you are there. The real business, sustainable business, you need to build relationships. So you need. I met the Massmart guy 20 November 2024 in Cape Town in a convergence event. We only closed the deal this year, August 2025.
Almost a year later.
Yeah.
Where do you get the patience for that?
It's now business. You have to be very patient. You have to keep on following up and checking. You have to have a pipeline. I've got over maybe 40 clients. Some of them, they say yes. One of them that we did deliveries for was Shein. Shein, your clothes. Most people are familiar with Shein for clothes. Shein for clothes, we do deliveries for that, but not all the areas. There's parts of areas we Gauteng. We had Gauteng North, Kyalami, Pretoria, Hammanskraal, Pretoria East, West, all that, we deliver that. Remember, in supply chain logistics, a company that don't put all their eggs in one basket. We are always sharing with somebody.
Of course.
So there's for risk management, you always pick up maybe 3 or 4. In case one company is no longer there, like for now, if I don't have a driver in Midrand to deliver your Shein, your package will still arrive because they reroute that package to another customer, which is anyone else. Your package will still arrive. So they call it the redundancy.
They call it redundancy.
Yes, they always have redundancy. They always have somebody to carry the work in case you can't do it. That's why they can't. That's why they can't put. They can't say Sendr. You're the only person, because if you can't do it, that means that person is delaying the customer.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I actually didn't know about that.
Yeah. Even if I scoped at Amazon, the same thing. You had DBT laser and courier guy. You can't have one.
Okay.
And then they all do same places. So there's somebody who does Midrand. So if you've got 200 parcels, they split 100, but they all going to the same place. They can't give someone one place. If you're not there, there's somebody who knows the place to deliver in that area.
Okay.
Yeah, it's mostly supply chain. They do that.
So it takes such a long time for I guess for this particular client, it took you such a long time to close this particular deal. I'm just trying to, for someone who is in the sales space, who says, okay, I've been talking to this person for a while, but I'm not sure if I should let go or whether I should just hold on a little bit longer for them to actually come through. What would you say to them?
So you need to find the balance of annoying somebody and just following up. So it's a very critical balance with the tone of the email when you're sending. Hi, how are you? Erick from Sendr. We're still looking to partner with you. We've got reached milestone to do deliveries on that. Oh, thank you. We've got a delivery partner. We'll reach out for you. Okay. You close that. You wait maybe 3 months. You reach out again. Hi, how are you? It's Erick from Sendr. We've reached this. We've got that. We deliver that. Oh, actually, we're looking at changing the partner now. Are you available to meet? Now there's an opportunity. An opportunity doesn't mean you're gonna close the deal.
Yeah,
I've had a lot of opportunities that remember, they're also looking for other partners. You're not the only one. Where somebody comes with a better rate, for example, you say to them, okay, for you to deliver from here to Joburg, from Pretoria to Joburg, I'll charge you 90 Rand a parcel. Somebody might come and say, I'll charge you 50 Rand. Then you lose the deal. So you have to see what's, you have to see what's profitable, what's sustainable for you. There's other businesses also where I tend out it's not sustainable for me. It's not sustainable for me because it doesn't make sense to deliver for 50 Rand and I make 5 Rand profit. But sometimes for 10 Rand, it's a lot of money if you've got more trips. And I've got my van is full, it's going out there, the van is full, you make more trips. So the target for us is mostly businesses, big businesses, because they're more sustainable. They're able to keep the business afloat. But we do have small other delivery clients that they don't have a lot. Maybe they do 5 a week or 10 a week, but it's just to keep the whole delivery experience coming in. But you'll have maybe 3 or 4 major clients that are bringing you good revenues, and you've got others topping up. And then you always have that.
How do you stay positive when someone tells you no?
I drink wine.
Ah.
I drink wine. I drink wine every day. I enjoy wine. If someone says no, it's an opportunity to open my Cab Sauvignon Blanc that I got in Hazendale wine estate in 2022. On a serious note, rejection is always tough. Some of the days you just get to say, keep your head up. But it's part of the business that you know that you get rejections. It's like as a person, you can't be liked by everybody. Other people won't like you just for being who you are. So you have to accept that it's part of nature. So as part of the business in sales, you will get more rejections than a yes. So that's why you have to continuously keep a big pipeline. You've got maybe 20 clients that you speak to. Only one will close out of that 20. The 19 will be rejections. So now if I need 2 clients, that means I need to speak to 40 people. Then I'll get 2 clients.
Is that always your strategy?
That's the ratio for sales. Any sales, your pipeline must be bigger than the deal. Otherwise, you bank yourselves on one guy. If he says no, then you got nowhere to go. So you have to keep. And the other thing, when you've got a pipeline, the good thing about the pipeline when you speak is that you speak to so many people. In the morning when you wake up, you might find an email says, "Hi, how are you? We spoke to you 4 months ago. I want a business." Oh, thank you. It's okay. Let's sign you up. Then you have to keep on talking to people and looking for new business. Whichever comes in, it's what I was speaking to George, my partner, to say. He says, Erick, the issue with most of the times that you do, you when you're going to hunt, you carry the salt and the spear, so that when you go there, you're gonna just clean it and you eat it. You put salt and start eating the meat. In business, it doesn't work like that. We only talk when the person has sent you a contract, you've signed. Because there's other people that will promise you, a few clients that will say to you, yes, we want it, we want it. Then you go and say, hey, you've got board of directors in any businesses. Hey, board of directors, hey, I've got this business. Now the business says, no, you know what, we've changed our mind. We've got another client. Now, until you sign that contract, then that's when you look at continuing there.
Okay, so would you advise any young person to go into the type of business that you are in? Would you say, okay, so firstly, so this is a two-part question. Would you advise a young person to go into sales? That's number one. Would you advise a young person to go into logistics? That's the second.
Okay, so I'll add another one. Okay. I would advise anybody to go into sales, because if you want to run a business, it sells. If I'm sitting in here, I need business for me to grow and to be a 20 million revenue business. I need to look for business. I can't sit and say I will find business. I have to look for business. I have to engage with the people. I have to look for business. So sales is always number one in business. You can't have operations only because you are operating one business. If it leaves, then you've got no business. if it leaves, so then you have to have more than 10 clients that are very good. One leaves, you still have 9. You've lost business. Because remember, all these businesses, they're contracts, the most majority sustainable ones. They give you 3-year contract, they give you 5-year contract. After 3 years, they decide they don't want to renew with you. You've got no business. So you can't rely on one. You must continuously looking for business. The second part, logistics and supply chain is growing big time. Everything, almost is going online. Everything is going online. The marketplaces, the e-commerce world is going online. You see the likes of Checkers 60. You see how they've revolutionized the grocery delivery. People, they just order groceries on Checkers 60. It's there in your door, on your app. No one really goes to order groceries in the mall anymore. People, they just order, unless if you're doing bulk. Even bulk, at macro, they still deliver for you if you order that. So everything is going there. But mind you, there is a lot of delivery companies. There's in South Africa alone, there's over 2,000 rents businesses that are doing deliveries.
2,000 businesses.
There's a lot. I applied for Yebo Fresh business. There was 83 businesses that applied for that work. And I was one of them that got it. They needed 3 clients. I was one of them that got it.
Sure. 2,000, you say?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think that for one to run a logistics business,
the market is huge.
It's huge.
There's a 60 million people in South Africa. There's a lot of businesses. Everybody has a piece of a pie.
Okay. But how practical is it for someone to start a logistics business?
It's a very difficult one, but it's because you need to really, first of all, you can start a logistics business if maybe you're working or anyway. The difficult part is getting a client, a sustainable client.
Okay.
When I mean sustainable client, it's a client that's going to give you money that you're able to pay the drivers, pay the warehouses, there's an IT part, remember. There's an app. We've got our own app that we've developed, that we've paid more 100Ks into developing that app. The app is where you load your stuff, the driver accepts it, and then that's part of it. So you need cash flow to start a business. And you might need cash flow for as good as, if you don't have a client, you need a year cash flow, because you're going to start a business. What are you going to do with it? You're going to have a client. But if you get one client to start you with, then you might start. But that one client has to cost you with a lot of things. You have to develop an app. You have to pay the staff. You have to pay. There's a lot of things. It gives you gray hairs.
You have to buy cars.
yeah, but vehicles, to have vehicles, to have third party, it's a lot of work. It's not an easy thing. It's not an easy thing. For me, the business was already established a bit because it was already been sent, it was there. So you bought into something that already has got feet. And the person who started from ground with nothing, it's the person that you understand.
But you're saying it is something that's doable. So say, for example, I'm interested in logistics. What would you say to me would be the best way to go about starting my logistics business?
First of all, look for a name. What do you want your business to be called?
Okay.
Okay. Buy at least one T-shirt or two for yourself that you're gonna wear everywhere, so that people, when they ask you, you tell them who you are. Okay, I'm always wearing this when I go out. Sometimes maybe with the wife I go out for dinner, I wear it as well. So because someone will ask you what Sendr. Oh, we do deliveries. Oh, you do deliveries. Oh, okay. Okay. Usually I want to put the cap, but the cap sometimes it doesn't look professional in most of the event. But if I put on my pants, put on my sneakers, and I wear a T-shirt, people always look what Sendr. They always ask you what Sendr. Then you tell them. Out of 5 people, you might find one. So first of all, you need to have cash flow as well to build the application for you to run your business on. Develop your website. You need a website. People don't want bogus things. They need to refer to a website and see it actually genuine. It's a business that's genuine. Have a small warehouse. There's a lot of warehouses that are small that you can rent out. Make it your small office that you can stay. People want to see physically. I can trust you with my goods. Yes, I can trust you with my goods. Where is your warehouse? Oh, it's here. You stay. Okay, cool. And then you have to look for clients.
Very
You
important.
can start that when you're working, probably, but you have to look for. The most difficult thing is getting a client, and not all clients. It's the toughest thing to do. I do it. It's really tough. For a year for me to get a client. Year fresh, 6 months for me to get a client. Other clients have been engaging with them for past year. Still, it's the whole process. It's the toughest thing that you have. But once you get it, you have to look after that client as well so that it doesn't leave. So you have to. Operations must be efficient. Your drivers must look the part. You must also try and see it's sustainable for them so that they don't leave. And logistics. You can have all these other nice things. The driver is your person. If you've got a driver who's always late, not coming in, doing that, people will pull out the contracts from your business. So you need disciplined drivers who want to work, who are aligned with your vision.
How do you do that with 200 drivers?
That's why we drink wine. We drink wine at 9 a.m. for nothing. I myself constantly.
Surely we can't have your drivers drinking wine and
no. The drivers can't. They can't. They will miss addresses and they can't drink wine. So on a serious note, it's a constant engagement. I've got a WhatsApp. I'm always on WhatsApp 24/7, constantly speaking to drivers as well. The team is a very great team that I have. There's a driver support manager constantly speaking to drivers, engaging with the drivers. We know almost every driver, majority who's who, and you know your problem, children or driver, where are you? We're not coming. But we have technology. Technology helps us in a lot. So we are more agonistic and agile. So you open up your technology, we can see the drivers that are logged in. Those who are red, we start asking the questions, why are they red? They haven't logged in. So we manage that using the technology. We can see the driver's orders, we can track where they are, so the technology is, our business is driven by technology. We run it by technology. So we can see, it makes it easier to engage with any of the drivers or the clients using that application. So you can see, even if the order is collected, if it's late collection, it'll alert you that there's an order for this, it's late collection. Speak to the driver, what's happening with the driver, where is the driver, look for a backup driver. So the technology drives us, and we constantly improving our technology.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds like there's a lot of not customer rather, but you have to take care of your people. So the culture of your company has to be correct for your company
to go
to
forward.
succeed in this area.
Yes.
And what would you say is one of those things that you are doing actively to ensure that your drivers are happy and everyone else? I'm just thinking, you said your drivers are the most important, I guess, in the chain of things. What is it that you are actively doing to ensure that you constantly have that beautiful relationship with them?
Giving them more work because they want to earn more money. Is they want to be sustainable. If they're doing more work, they earn more money, they're happy, paying them on time, engaging with them. I speak to them. I don't shy from speaking to a driver. It's not part of my job, but it's I have to speak to the driver because I'm the part of the business owner. I have to be with the team. We are a team. We work together. They are the colleagues that I have. We work together. We are a team to form one good goal, which is making sure that the deliveries are done. Driver, what is the problem? Are you not well? Do you had an accident? Do you need money for that? Do you need money for this? Do you need someone to take you there? Are you arrested by the police? I go to police stations a lot of times. How are you, driver? To bail you out. What happened? Hey, you cut me on accident. Okay, you're sharp. You've got insurance. You're covered. Or all that engagement to show you care, you treat people right, people will treat you back with the respect, and the driver makes sure. I respect all my drivers because I spend a few do deliveries as well to get the feel. It's hot here. We're delivering 20 parcels. We have to hit these 20 parcels here to get you engaged with the customers. What are they saying on the ground? What is the driver feeling? Being stuck in traffic, all that. You need to put yourselves in those shoes so that you know how your drivers needs bottles of water, carrying bottles of water, constantly cold on a smaller cooler box, having a lunch break, all those kind of things, because they're human beings. So you treat them with dignity, but there's still targets that we need to make. It's a very high-paced environment. So this is how we align. So our vision is that. So we have a vision to say, everything that we do, we must treat everybody. Obviously, there is performance management. Some of the things is out of our control. Driver is not pitching up for 3 days. We have to let you go. It's not aligning with our values and our goals because we deliveries now. We hear clients, they need their stuff as soon as possible. So we need to still easy, safe, and fast. We need to make sure we adhere to that. So we speak to the drivers constantly on a basis, checking on their well-being. Amazon, they taught me that coming here. Well-being, driver, how are you? Hey, your orders are dropping in your store. What's happening there? I know I had a problem with my child or what. Okay, talk to us so that we're able to see. Do we need you to get you a backup? Yeah, we can get you a backup. You guys, thank you very much. Let me get some rest. Okay, we'll get a backup. We'll arrange with that driver to cover you for the week. You take your time with it. All those kind of things to show humanity. That's what makes Sendr is. And this is what makes us. We're trying to come with a different approach. There's over 2,000 courier companies. So what makes you different is the customer experience, the way you treat your drivers, your technology that you use. Agnostic and agile, easy for the drivers, easy for the customer to see when my order is going to arrive. All those kind of things, they make Sendr. So that's what we are basically.
So are you now profitable as Sendr?
Okay. I think the day you see me driving a G63, I'll be okay.
Oh, wow. That's not profitable. That's beyond profitable.
Yeah. So for now, we're still okay. We're okay, but we're not really. We're good. but it's still fairly new business that we're trying to put out to the people, look for new clients. We've got very good clients that we're starting with mostly August now and November. So we're looking, there's 2 more that's still on the pipeline. So I think maybe we can touch base again next year, same time. I could be telling you a different story.
Okay. Yeah. Are you excited for the next year?
Very excited for the next year, 2026. I think it will bring more opportunities. We'll continue hustling. We'll take it the year as it comes. But I think there is a very good site in terms of the business growth, where it's going. There's a lot of target clients that I've got that we're looking at to close early next year quarter that will take us into a little bit of a higher level that where we are from now. So I'm excited. Yeah, but I'm in a more of a happy space. It's very challenging every day, but I'm more in a happy space. It's something that's new. Running a business, it's never easy, but let's see how we can. If it doesn't work out, we're always willing to go back to work and look for employment again.
What would you say you've learned? What is the one thing that you feel you've learned throughout all the experiences that you've gone through, from the moment your parents passed away and you had to take care of your siblings, right up to where you are right now, where you are running your business? What would you say is the most outstanding lesson that you've learned?
I think there's a lot of lessons that you've learned. Is obviously one of them is being frugal. Being frugal is
frugal.
Yeah, being frugal is that
Erick,
you'll see the time as it goes on. Now you'll see the changes. Is to try and limit a lot of things, like do what it matters, especially with the money that you get. What I've learned is that you can have money today, tomorrow you can have nothing. And if you haven't invested in the right channels, you tend to suffer and all that. Always know that life is always challenging. There is always going to be darker days. There's always changes. So you need to be prepared for those changes as it's tough. A client can phone you tomorrow and say, we're not renewing your contract. That's already loss of revenue. You need to find revenue somewhere, because now how are you going to pay all the bills, the drivers, and everybody else? So and over the time in life is that people must relax. With me, my philosophy is always been, I take things as the way they are every day. I live the way they are as I go on. I do plan. Yes, I do plan, but whatever happens in every day, because the challenge is going to be there. That's one thing for sure. You're going to lose a job. You're going to lose business. There's a lot of things that are going to happen in life. That's part of life,
Mm-hmm.
But you need to know how to respond into that. How do you respond to that? How do you wake up and challenge that? The one most of the thing that I'm very good at is resolving the issues. So there is a problem, but how do we resolve the problem? We have to find a way to resolve the problem. We can't cry. You will cry and cry and cry. You're always going to be crying. You have to find a way to resolve the problem. And that challenge that you have. Well, no matter what situation that you are, I'm very scared for our kids, the 2Ks. I feel like anything they're already crying on the internet. Writing a long story like that. But maybe it's the way for them to have that. But the challenges are going to come, and how prepare for yourself for those challenges and how you resolve them and you move on to the next stage. Always be applying for things. Anything can come. Never stop. Always be applying. Whether if you're in a job, you never know where it comes from. Every day, single send one CV out. Jobs are hard to find. Just save one CV out. And don't save a CV out and expect that you're going to get it. No, just send it. Whatever it comes, Yes.
Just like you did with Amazon.
Yeah, just send it. It will come. One day something will come up, pop up in your email, or you hear a call that's coming in. Just keep on pushing every day. Keep on pushing. Wake up and fight. Literally every day, wake up and fight. Keep on pushing. And as long as aligned with your goals. If you want that car, you're gonna get that car. If you want that house, you're gonna get that house. If you want to travel, you're gonna have that travel. And don't judge people who have got cars. This is what they like. It's what they. If you don't drive, people will travel. This is what they like. Don't drive people with houses. This is what they like. Everybody has something that they like. So there's the people who like clothes. So just be who you are. I'm always trying to be the best, the best person. Do what you love. Be who you are. Keep on fighting every day for the way you want to achieve your goals.
Thank you very much for your time. I'm sure you can see you and I can talk until the morning.
You won't end with me. Even at Amazon, they said, no, if we give Erick a chance, he's not going to end. He's going to be the last person to talk.
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed this conversation and the fact that there are so many facets to the person that you are. And I hope, I really, really hope that young people can see that building a future doesn't necessarily only mean going to university and then having to work. But if you put yourself out there, if you harness the beautiful personalities that you have, you can find yourself being like Erick, who moved from a waiter to,
running a
owning,
business.
owning a really beautiful company, hopefully one that will be in our
20 million revenue is the target.
Oh, is it? Yeah, no, and I honestly have no doubts in my mind that you will achieve that. I really do believe that it's only a matter of time. But thank you very much. I think you're a true inspiration. I really enjoyed this talk, and you've actually, I think for me personally, you've made me realize that, it's okay to sell and to be rejected, or to put yourself out there and to be rejected. Life goes on, because I see you, and you always have a bounce in your step. You always very positive. I look at the way you interact with your children, and you're such a positive person. And that's the part I really wanted to go into, because I feel like that's another portion of you that people need to know about you, and how you interact, with your children, because that's one of the most beautiful things I've honestly experienced about the person that you are. And it's a pity that we were not able to do that. But
I can squeeze in a little bit.
Okay.
So for the viewers, I mean, they pay for the viewing. They pay YouTube, right? So they pay for viewing. So we can't see them. So I've always said that to the family, man. I grew up in a family of 3 kids. My brother, myself, I'm a firstborn. My brother, who's in Cape Town, and my youngest sister. So we and I've always been a family man. I love kids, and I mean, I didn't envy having a big family though. I thought I was going to have a boy and a girl, but I found myself with 4 kids.
Yeah.
60 years old, the oldest, 13-year-old, the daughter, 8-year-old, and the 3-year-old, who's giving me more gray hair and more and making more to drink wine. But we always like to. I'm the designer of the house. We're matching. We're wearing that. We're matching all that. We're going there. Yeah.
And I want to come in there, because the first time I met you, you guys had matching outfits, and when I found out who had done that, it was you.
Yeah.
They put the outfits together. And I've seen quite a lot of that. You do quite a lot of that with your kids and your wife, which is amazingly beautiful. Anyway, yes, go on.
Yeah, so that matching part is just always, it was a thing to keep us going. As I said, in business, you have to find something that keeps you going and all that. So once we match, we mix the colors. When we go out, it keeps us going as a family and keeps us happy. It gives that what is it called, endorphins or what, that makes you happy, and we're all looking nice and we take pictures and all that. So yeah, but raising kids it's hard, and obviously into a point now. Is when they're younger it's better because you control everything, you know. But now in my household I've got different types of ages. I've got a 16-year-old. Matching is no longer it's no longer a thing, you know. They all wear black, and they all wear black and big things, and I'm like, what is this with the black? And all of your clothes in the wardrobe, they're black, you know. And then you've got a 13-year-old also who's always in lipsticks and thing, and always doing that. I see their stories all the time. I say to everyone who blocks me, I'm gonna fight. I need to see what you guys are doing. So so I see their statuses and see what's happening. I reprimand them where I think this is not appropriate, take it down. I'm trying to raise them to be, I'm not saying they're gonna, I don't know how they're gonna turn out after 18 or 19, but the values that I'm just giving them is that we have to grow up in a way. They wash dishes, we take 10, they wash dishes, they clean, they wherever they are, they do their bedrooms. Even the auntie, when it comes to do that, but they have to make sure that they do it themselves. And they cook. Friday Junior makes us burgers and everything. He's now a very skilled person in sandwiches. He's the king of sandwiches. He makes that. Also now the younger sister, the 13-year-old, makes a very nice, beautiful breakfast. I've trained them to be that, and I'm always good training them to align with the values of life, to say you have to work to earn what you want to be. The most people that I ask them what you want to be. Just try and walk. I'm not going to force you. Yes, you need to pass matric and everything, and that's the baseline that I need. But after that, you need to align yourself. If you want to go in arts, you have to do what you love. If you do what you love, you will keep on going, because you're not. It's a passion. I have a passion for sales. I've always been in there. I enjoy it, and it pays okay. So that was the passion. So for them also, I'm trying to put them in along those lines. Then I've got these other two small ones that I still can control. But there is always one family dinner where it's my rule. You have to wear what I want us to wear. It's a family thing. There's no ways. But other things now, really, actually, when we're going out, I only go out with the two youngest ones. The other ones, I go and drop them off at the mall, wait for them there, watch soccer. After that, pick them up, they go, because they're in that stage that you have to expose them and all that. But yeah, I enjoy family. It's one thing that when I had a child, I left entertainment, is because I wanted to, weekends I dedicated to the family, switch off a bit, drink wine, relax, be with the family and all that. But there's always challenging times, fights here and there. This one is fighting with that one, kids, you know. But it's part of life to raise them and say, this is what you have to do. Friends, others complaining about friends. Hey, a friend came to me, says he doesn't like me. Hey, leave friends, focus in school. You know, it's always difficult, but I enjoy that very well. Any day, give me kids, I'm fine.
No, you are doing such an awesome job. I mean, as a person looking in, I honestly always admire the way you are fathering your children. And I guess parenting together with your lovely wife. I honestly had a wonderful, wonderful time. This is the longest interview I've had, by the way.
That's a lot. I saw 1 hour, others with 1 hour, 30 minutes. I'm like, hey, it's a lot.
This is almost 2 hours, by the way.
Yeah, so the thing that if you put me on gear 6, we can go 3 hours.
Yeah, no, we are just 6 minutes shy of 2 hours. So this has been amazing. Just a second. I think I have one question here. It says, how do you explain to a student who just saw a leaflet that says supply chain and logistics? What does that mean? I like the fact that you mentioned Checker 60. How is that logistics? I know I'm taking you back, but so if you can answer.
Well, logistics involves anything that has to do with the fleet management, deliveries of goods. So it's very wide. There is first mile logistics. Take it this: if you order your stuff from Shein, it comes from China. So that's the first mile. It gets from China, it goes over plane to the airport. When it gets to the airport, there is the second mile. There's a big trucks. Remember, it comes, not only you have ordered.
Yeah.
There's hundreds of people that have ordered. So it's a big pile of orders. All your parcels. I think in a plane, there's over 30,000 parcels for South Africa that comes in on a daily basis. In that plane,
on a daily basis.
Yeah. In that plane comes into the airport. There's these big trucks. That's logistics. You see these cars, that big trucks that will take it from the airport into the warehouse. They will then sort which is going where, Cape Town, Pretoria, where they'll sort. That's what comes in the warehousing. That's part of supply chain. Where everything
so that's what a second mile.
A second mile.
Okay.
Then from there, we're going to go and pick it up from the customer, bring it into our warehouse, then to deliver to the customer, which is the last mile. So we are focused on last mile deliveries, but logistics can be cold. Remember, logistics, these big trucks that move goods, that's logistics. As Checkers 60, as you say, the food gets taken from the farms, the vegetables, the big trucks that go and take it, bring it here, they sort it out. Now, how do you think food gets into Checkers in Midrand? There is a distribution center, big warehouses. Trucks take that, go to Limpopo to deliver it in their store. They've got a receiving bay. Receive that, put it there, people, so that they can buy. That's still logistics. So there's everything. Logistics is wide. There's ships that come with containers. DSV coming to Cape Town into the harbors, things that are being ordered. That's logistics as well. There's planes that send stuff like Amazon takes stuff from USA coming into South Africa. That's logistics. So logistics, supply chain and logistics is very huge. We are just doing the small bit of it.
Just the last mile.
And then the last mile. Checkers 60 is the last mile. That's those scooters. It's a big company that's running all those scooters who pick up your order using the app. When you order, they pick up. There's pickers who are now, you've seen in the malls, they're disturbing us all the time with their trolleys running because they're trying to deliver within 60 minutes. They pick up your orders that you have said. If your list that they used to give you when you're going to buy groceries, they buy milk, bread, what. Now you put it on the phone. It reaches somebody picks it, puts on that driver, that scooter brings it into your house. That's the last mile delivery.
So a person can be in logistics but doing the second mile, or someone can be in logistics doing the first mile.
There's careers in logistics. You can be a picker, you can be a logistics manager, you can be a supply chain manager. There's a lot of careers. If you go to these days, thank God there is AI. You can go to Grok on X, or you can go to Microsoft on Google. You say, what is the difference between that? It will give you exactly supply chain and logistics, but they go in hand because they overlap. They work together.
Yeah. Clearly there's still so much to unpack. And yeah, like I said, we are literally on the second hour now. But thank you very much, Erick. It would actually be nice if you could have a lecture on just what it is that you do. We'll see what we can do about that, because I think
I do speak a lot in events. Maybe I'll align with you. I do have fireside chat where I speak in logistics and supply chain. Some of the events I attend as a delegate, some I attend as a speaker, depending if there's someone has invited me to come and speak. But it's always short. But after that, I'm always able to engage with the people in the supply chain and logistics.
Thank you very, very much.
We'll see who organize that and see if something comes in the new year.
Yeah, absolutely. And oh yes, another question that I normally ask people is, are you willing to mentor people? Are you willing to have people come and shadow you, see what it is that you do?
I
Okay.
do that a lot. I do look for interns to work with and start with, because
Ah,
I started where the company is growing bit by bit. We
yes.
started with maybe 4 or 5 people. Now we're going to about 8 people. We're always growing. When you
Yes.
get a client, you grow. Also trying to manage it sustainable. But starting from where my story is very big. It gives positives, and it's not people those who know me from long time. They know who Erick is, where I
Yeah.
started, who I've become up to now. Somebody who comes and I think it's an overnight thing. It's not an overnight thing. If you see me driving a G63, I used to catch a taxi to Bree Street. One of it had an accident. It went into a filling station when I was going to work. It's a lot of things that has happened. So it's a journey. That is it. But my journey is a little bit longer than what I thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to be a millionaire like maybe 4 or 5 years ago, or 10 years ago.
Well,
But now I'm still not a millionaire. So the journey is like it's long, you know. So everyone has got a journeys. Others have got short journeys. They're lucky. Others come from well-off families. I didn't come up. I came from an all right family, but I
yeah.
didn't go to a private school. But
Mhm.
I've taken my kids to private school. But I worked. They're okay. They could give me anything. We had one car in the house. They could
Mm,
give me what they can. The parents, may they so rest in peace.
yeah.
But they took me to a level where independence. I used to wash dishes. My wife asked me, "Hey, you can wash." They leave dishes there. I said, "I know I wash the dishes." Yeah, I wash the dishes. Yeah, I know how to wash the dishes because I was trained in that way. I teach my
Yeah.
kids to wash the dishes as well. So I grew up in that kind of environment that prepared me for the future, and it helped me. My mother, what used to do, mopping without a mop down, I can do that. Um, it's all
Mm,
things that I'm trying to rely on, but obviously things are changing now with the way the life is. You can't compare old times and now, so it's a different way that you have to mix the old and the new. But I'm willing to mentor people, tell them the stories. Their journey might be shorter than mine. They might get successfully more. What I really liked as well is that everything was a trial and error for me.
yeah.
Try error. So there's a lot of things that you could prevent from doing um, to become more successful in the case. Not to say anything, the degree is still the base of everything, but there's a lot of other skills like Amazon, AWS Cloud, that they're in AI that pay you more money just by doing 3 or 4 courses online and you having that skill. You know, there's a lot of things that you could do now. There's influencers, as you can see, that they just do influencing as long as they're doing it the right way. They get aligned with the correct brands, they get
Friends.
money. They're still living, not taking away education. It's still
Yeah.
key. I'll be starting my MBA as I speak next year,
Oh,
so that I also say I did MBA. You know.
no. Ah, good stuff. I'm happy that you are willing to take interns. You're willing to, you're open to mentorship. You're open to shadowing. So when I come knocking, please don't be
Um,
surprised if that happens, because there are people who are watching this and who might be interested that their kids get into this. And when they reach out to me, I am gonna connect them with you.
yes, especially those ones that are in supply chain and logistics already. Even if
Yeah,
you're not, it's okay, but advantageous if you are, because you'll understand the basic terms, you know, of things. And those also who don't have, I'm looking for drivers for work. Um, Drivers make really, people underestimate drivers, especially Uber drivers. They really make a lot of money. It's also in logistics. I pay people 15, 20K for just delivering a month.
you are
So
looking for drivers.
yeah, I'm looking for drivers because I've got a new project starting up with MassMart nationwide. So I'll look for anybody who's got a van, cargo van, a normal panel vans, vehicles, NP200s. The payment is sustainable. You get parcels, you deliver. So it's quite good. So employment is also, opportunities are there. Um, but as soon as the project rolls in, I think in the next 2 months or so, and then yeah, but I'm starting now ahead so that I have my trainings done and everything sorted. So yeah, there is.
Okay. Do you have women drivers?
Yeah. There's a lot. There's one in Midrand here who does our deliveries. She does the whole of Midrand. She stays in Midrand as well. I think I've got Batandwa who's in Bokro Strait. I've got a lady from. She stays in a Sepedi lady who stays in Tembisa. So there's a couple of women drivers, but they just do all the deliveries. But mostly it's male drivers that are doing.
Okay. Yeah, you can see our conversation just keeps on changing form. It's not ending.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if there's more questions or more things. We'll schedule another sessions. I'm usually available, and majority of the time we just can link up and we see.
No, absolutely. Thank you very much. I think I would appreciate it if you can just send me maybe something to the driver's effect, something that I can maybe post on my space as well, to get you the drivers, hopefully, that you are looking for.
Yeah.
But thank you very much. So they need to have PDP, right? Is it PDP? Do they?
No. The PDP is for just a license. Remember, this is local. Yeah, this is local. If they have it, an advantageous. Remember, we're also going to peak season. So peak season means festive seasons. A lot of deliveries are happening for your e-commerce machine, for your mass mart, like for everything that it's going to be also escalating a bit. It will die down second week. So yeah, but let's see if we can do it, and then we can. But we're always looking for drivers. We also motorbike drivers also. We look because most of our clicks deliveries are motorbikes. Drivers like Checker 60 like model, so that works also. Yeah, so we'll chat if you get people that are interested. There's certain areas. I think I'll do with you. I'll share with you the areas exactly now that I'm currently looking for the drivers. It's nationwide, so if you know other people from other areas, Seshego, Limpopo, Cape Town, wherever, we're also looking for those kind of drivers.
Awesome. Thank you very much. I think I've said this now 5 times.
Finally, I can go drink my wine.
Yes. You can finally go drink your wine. Again, thank you, Erick. It was lovely chatting with you. This was a long time coming, and I'm happy that we finally done it.
Yeah.
And I wish you all the best. I can't wait to see the G. Is it
G63? Yeah. It's a G63 and a V300. The bus, because I've got they're always complaining that they're squashed in the car now. I need a bigger car. Thank you for the listeners. Thank you for everyone who was the viewership. We really appreciate your time. 2 hours is a lot to just listen to somebody speaking. But thank you very much. Reach out to those who want to reach out, and you'll have the contact details. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and have a wonderful evening. Pass my regards to the family. Thank you to you, our YouTube viewers. We will see you next week. It will be an interesting one too. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you. Bye.